So, I'm sitting at a bar. Not a dive bar. A nice bar in a nice restaurant. My plan was to have dinner, a glass of wine, and maybe go to a movie afterwards. As I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my BlackBerry, my little phone. I was checking my email, and I was checking Twitter, and I noticed that somebody locally was tweeting, and I sent him a direct message saying, "Hey, I'm in your neighborhood. Do you want to come and join me for a drink?" And he said, "Sure. Where are you?" We exchanged that. He's like, "Okay, I'll be there in 20 minutes." So I thought that's nice, and so I ordered myself a glass of wine, and I'd never actually met this person, but I had followed them on Twitter, and I knew a little bit about them. So while I'm sitting there waiting, these two guys walk into the bar, to the restaurant, and they sit down next to me. And they start, having conversation with me, just normal conversation. "Oh, what's good on the menu? What are you drinking?" That kind of thing. So we're chatting, and they said, "Oh, after dinner you should come dancing with us." So I said, "Well, I'd like to. That would be very nice. Thanks for the invitation. I'm meeting somebody here. I'm not sure what he's going to want to do." And they said, "Well, who are you meeting?" And I explained that I was meeting this person that I knew from Twitter. And they said, "Well, what's his name?" And I realized that I didn't really know his name. I only knew him from Twitter, just his Twitter name. They thought that was really weird. Even though they had just met me at the bar, and I knew them from nothing, they thought it was really odd that I'd meet somebody at a bar who I had exchanged instant messages and Twitter messages with for the last 2 months. In any case, in walks this strapping gentleman, and he looks over at us, and he smiles, and he walks over, and I think, "Oh, that's so-and-so, this Twitter name." And the two guys I'm with start laughing. And I said to them, "Well, what's so funny? What are you laughing about?" And they said, "This guy walking in is a really good friend of ours." And just then they were interrupted because the guy walks over, puts his hand out in front of me. He says, "Berzerkeley?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Hi." And that is how I met Tex.